Good morning to every one of you. And I want to share with you a concept I'm calling living alive. And I want to say there's a difference between living as a walking dead and living walking alive, you know. And I want to say that your life is executed on two levels. One, it's the physical level, and number two, it's the non-physical level. Now, the way you are created and the way you're wired and designed it is in such a way that there's a disturbance, there's a discomfort that is called pain. So what happens if one part of your body, has some pain, either you've hit your toe on a stone, there's usually a signal. There's usually a sense of discomfort that is transpired or communicated to central nervous system, and the whole pain is spread in the whole body. Now, that ability for your body to feel pain is put there deliberately so that you can be informed that all is not well. Okay, your body is not okay. There's a part of your body that is not okay, is not living right. There's some pain, and so the essence is for you to deal with the pain. For example, if you hit your toe on a stone, you have two options. You can stretch your you can stretch your toe, or sort of apply some ointment to make it ease the pain, or to some extent it could even necessitate you going to the hospital, because it could be that the injury is deeper in um, than you ever thought. So the issue is you had to go to the hospital because the pain necessitated you to go to the hospital. And we are gods as human beings. We are very sensitive to our physical bodies. And if there is any discomfort in our physical bodies, then we notice very fast, because you can't really move. You can't really do some things. When you are having pain in your body, for example, if on your toe, if you have pain in your toe, it means your movement is restricted or is affected. You may not walk for long on foot, or there are places you may not go. So you're disoriented, you're disorganized by the pain. But when you address the pain, then you can get back to your normal life. Now, the same happens, let's say if you're having a headache. If you're having a headache and all the other parts of your body are all right, yet because of that single part of your body are feeling pain, aching, you may, everything will be disorganized. Everything will call for you to reschedule a number of things so that you can address to the pain. Okay, now we are good at physical level. However, the other level that your life is executed is the invisible, which I like calling the qualitative level, because these are areas of your life. These are components of you which are not visible to the world, and in a way they are known to you. They are reality, they are transactions, and they're known to you. And this is the emotional component, the mental component, and actually the spiritual component. They are hidden, they're not seen. Now, these also, okay, there is an ability that has been put there, so you're able to feel emotional pain. You're able to feel angry. Anger is a signal that there's something that is a problem. Something is wrong somewhere. That's why you're feeling emotion called anger. If you're feeling sadness, it's a signal that something is not right. You're not living, you're in an environment, or something has happened that is threatening your normal way of life. So your routine has been changed or has been disorganized by the emotional pain. Now let's go to the mental pain. We have depression nowadays. Depression. What is depression? Depression is sustained, okay, negative thinking, hopeless thinking, losing um, losing hope in life. And there are many other definitions of depression, but for me it's usually you so much negative thoughts, and thoughts of failure, thoughts of discouragement, thoughts of disillusionment, thoughts of despair. So there's so much in you until you're losing the motivation to live today. Now, the unfortunate thing is that we are very careless in handling this qualitative level of us, this invisible level of us. We are very negligent, and so you have been feeling, you know, you've been emotionally, for example, abused. You've been made to you've been abused emotionally. You've been made to feel low. You've been made to feel you don't matter. You've been made to feel you're good for nothing. You've been labeled. You've been called names. Okay, and you feel pain whenever you're called anything that is not right. Your body or your emotional component sends a signal. You feel discomfort, you feel bad, you feel irritated, you feel revengeful. But you know what? We stop at that, and so we swallow the pain. We don't address the pain. We don't deal with the pain. We don't get on our toes and look for a solution or get healing of what we have we are suffering from. And so what we do is we continue to conceal, we continue to hide it, we continue to put on a persona that everyone when looks at us they feel you're okay, but deep down in our hearts we are hurting. And you know what, whenever a sustained concealment, okay, of your emotional pain and psychological pain, every day, every minute you conceal that pain, you don't deal with it, you don't really arise and go seek professional help, seek counseling, seek therapy. What happens is you're heaping layers and layers and layers and layers of fakeness. You're erecting walls that disconnect you from your emotions, that disconnect you from your really thoughts, that disconnect you from your really self. And so as time goes by, you're losing yourself. You'll be losing yourself. As long as you lose yourself, you're losing your control, because you can only be in control or over your life if you're emotionally stable, you're psychologically stable, and you can only be emotionally and psychologically stable if you connect with your true feelings, if you connect with your true thoughts, if you connect with who you really are on the inside. So continued concealment, okay, or neglect of how you're truly feeling will eventually make you numb to the pain. And this is what I want to say: only the dead don't feel pain. Okay, a dead person, even if you hit them hard, they don't really care, they don't give a damn. You know why? Because they are dead. They're not alive to the pain, they can't feel the pain. But now, what about emotional and psychological pain? If you reach a level where you have postponed, you have procrastinated, dealing with the emotional pain, one day will come, you'll no longer feel the emotional pain again. And so that's where people surrender to physical abuse and to emotional abuse by their partners, by their bosses at work, by their parents, by their spouses, by their friends, until one day something terrible happens, and you know what, they fall dead. So if you're that kind of a person, if in today you no longer feel the way you used to feel when people called you good for nothing, when they gave you a negative label, if you no longer feel the way you used to feel, then you are dying slowly. And this is my this is my recommendation to you. You need to value your emotional and psychological health, and be alive to the pain.